তো তোরা খেল দিয়েছিস আবার ও দোতলায় বসছে না একতলায় বসছে? হ্যাঁ
একতলা।
ঠিক আছে।
Some scholars are telling that records in Taiwan of 1945 was destroyed or taken away by Japanese when they retreated. So our question is that in that case, how Justice Mukherjee of JMCI will get papers to tell that there was no plane crash or death of Subhash Bose in plane crash?
British retreated from India in 47 August and also from this Bengal in August 47. And how you have seen in last month when our honorable CM declassified 64 files of, you have seen some of the files are of British Bengal created
39, 41.
before August 47. How these files are there. And in Delhi on INN Netaji, you see already there is in 96-97 about 99 files and additional on the Navy about few dozens of files, additional files have been declassified. How those files are there? Have all the files of British India has been taken away by the British when they retreated? It's a peculiar statement. It's a foolish statement. It's a cunning statement. When a force retreats, not always all the files are taken away. Some files always are left. Some files may be taken away. Similarly, some files are in Taiwan. When they retreated in 45 from Taiwan, definitely some files they will destroy, some files they will take away, but some files, some records will be there. You see, there are files in the cremation ghat which are intact there of the whole 45, 46 whole cremation ghat files. Burial ghat, all files are there, and all the newspaper cuttings of these years are there. You see, from the newspaper cuttings in their files in the government, they have in their preservations the newspaper cuttings containing an information that on that very week of August 45, senior Bose, that is Sharat Bose, is released from a prison cell in Deccan. That information is published in a newspaper there in Taiwan. That paper is preserved. And you think if Bose's plane crashes in that very spot of Taiwan and that news will not be published, will not be preserved, it is foolish to think. And you see the cremation ghat papers there, you will see hundreds of names but not the name of any of these four persons, either Subhash Bose or these General Sidei or these two pilots, that is pilot and co-pilots. And also go to the cremation ghat list, there is no one's name. Only you will get the Ichiro Okura. Who is this Ichiro Okura? You look to the volume published by Harinsa, who went there in 46 at the instigation of Gandhi to collect real informations. In that volume, in one page, there is a photocopy. That photocopy gives you one of the pages of the admission of the Ichiro Okura. That Ichiro Okura was admitted, was sick. The date of sickness, headline, date of sickness is 17th August 1945. If that is so, if you call Ichiro Okura is the pen name, is the sacred name of Subhash Bose, then how Ichiro Okura is sick from 17th August? If the plane crashes on 18th August? Then come to and other lines of the volume. You see the cremation guard narrations. You see the military officers prevented the dead body to be identified. Military officers gave random information to the civilian officers of the cremation guard to fill up the forms. And that is on record that whole cremation process was a total military sacred affair. And the dead body was not allowed to be uncovered. What is the message? And come to another very important document, which is the Taiwan government's own commission report. The commission report, the commission created by Chiang Kai-shek at the request of Britain in 56. Remember, Nehru was in urgent need to frame a story, to frame a volume, to prove that plane has crashed and Bose has died. And he picked, when he saw that the people of Calcutta is going to appoint a people's committee headed by Justice Radha Vinod Pal, Nehru got afraid. He suddenly appointed the very person who was unwilling to appoint any committee or commission on this issue even on the previous day. He suddenly appointed a committee headed by Shahnawaz Khan, the traitor. And this man needed some papers from Taiwan to justify the manufactured story of the plane crash and Ali's death. And this government of India and Shahnawaz Khan was trying to collect papers through UNO from Taiwan. UNO officers failed. Then this Shahnawaz Khan and government of India approached UK, and you will be astonished to see on the volume that they have written in this investigation, the government of India and government of UK has got a common interest, because the common interest is that the possibility of Bose remaining alive, this story is creating disturbance both for Indian government and for the UK government. And UK government succeeded. They could persuade the government of Taiwan to institute a committee to find out the facts. This is the result of that. But this report was submitted by the Taiwan government with English translation. Originally it was in Chinese language. 6 copies, English translation, was made by the Taiwan government. That was submitted to government of UK and government of India. And this news came to some of the parliamentarians of India. They questioned the government of India many times in the parliament. Where is that report? Government of India up to 90s always was in a denial mode. They did not know. Whatever the Taiwan government has done, this is a private affair, all these things. But this was in the hands of government of India from 56. Also in the hand of UK government from 56. We got it when the JMCI went to London. We got it from the Public Records Office. Here in this volume, this is a giant jumbo Xerox copy of that volume. This is clearly written. At that time, the body was cremated in the name of Ichiro Okura. And none of the persons in that Taiwan knew Bose from before. It is not possible to identify whether this is Bose or not. It's clearly written. Also written that there is no record, no police record of any plane crash on that day. Also in subsequent information is given to us in the whole month of August up to September middle, there was no plane crash on that airport. And some of the areas I am quoting from that report. You will be astonished to see. Again, here it is clearly written that the whole cremation process was a military secret affair. The body was packed in powder lime, swathed with white cloth, and gave every indication of having received external medical treatment. Only the eyes and nose and the lips were visible. Only eyes and lips and nose were visible. And the person passed away on 19th August. Then the date is 19th. But the story in India, alleged death on 18th. There is a contradiction. And another very important, he had two ADs with him, both Indians. But in last 70 years, in all the stories we have heard, there was Subhash Bose and only one Indian AD, that is Habibur Rahman. And you see here for the first time from the Taiwan report, there are two Indians. I clarified that Dr. when Justice Mukherjee asked me what is the importance of these two Indians, I clarified that area, what is the need of these two Indians there in this framing of this story. And there is a description of the coffin, and also I am quoting one area. We were not acquainted with Bose in his lifetime. It is therefore follows that we could not identify him after his death. We can only speak according to what we remember of what took place at that time, and everything at the command of the army officers. And you see, the name is Ichiro Okura, born April 9, 1900, profession an army officers, native place Tokyo, address Taipei, cause of death heart failure, date of death 19th, permit given 21, cremation on 22nd August. And you see, this person was sick from the date 17th August 1945. And also that area I am interested to show you. Yes, we enclose here with a translated copy of self-explanatory letter. This translated copy was submitted to both the Government of India in Delhi and UK government in London. And also in the beginning of this, you will be astonished to see, in these investigation there is a common interest of both the UK government and the Nehru government. That is clearly written. And your second question is, this is important. And
second part.
And I think, and if they tell these are not records, then sorry, they should redefine what is records means. And they are telling, we are telling there was no plane crash and no alleged so-called death. They are telling they are rejecting. they have got the much more responsibility to prove that there is a plane crash. Whether we are proving that there is no plane crash, these persons has no moral right. They are basically cunning people. These persons are not coming to any court or commission because they know they will be cross-examined, they will be grilled, they will be pulverized. They are only using the media because they are the politicians, basically politicians, these scholars. They are not the true scholars, they are the false scholars. Scholars at the blessings of some political parties. And what next question?
They are also telling of Yoshimi Habibur Rahman Nakamura.
Second part.